I'm ready. Hi guys, this is Selena T. West, and this is my first ever makeup tutorial, YouTube, live sharing on Facebook. I'm not drunk. I'm really not. I just had a lot of Red Bull. Anyway, this is my first video, and I wanted my first video to be about painting in a budget. So spending as little money as possible and still trying to look as good as possible. A lot of new drag queens are told that they have to spend hundreds of dollars on makeup when they first start, and then they buy things that they don't use. So I think it would be really cool to do maybe a $30 or less makeup tutorial. All the materials I bought at Walmart, and just for basically new drag queens who don't know what to get and don't maybe have a huge budget. Maybe you're still in high school, elementary school, you know, whatever, the kids. Is that funny? Is that stupid? Do I sound funny? I sound dumb, right? So, we have all products from Walmart that I bought today. Everything is pretty much under $5 each item. A lot of them are below $3 or $2. All my brushes today are drugstore brushes. And yeah, so the only thing that I spent money on probably are my lashes and the lash glue. Actually, the lash glue you can buy at the hair store for 99 cents, so that wasn't that expensive either. So, first we are going to start with our eyebrows. I glue my eyebrows down because I'm a man, obviously. And we usually use washable school glue. It's purple. You've probably seen this many times. That's attractive. So this purple glue, it goes on, and then it goes on clear after it dries. So, you'll want to first go like this. You're going to want to glue in little circles on your eyebrow, is what I usually do. Little tiny circles. And then you're going to take a comb, like this one. So you're going to take your comb and brush the eyebrow up. So that way it will lay flat on your face. You can get the foundation that you're going to be using later. Like, it'll be able to cover it easier. You're going to take a flat side of a brush, any of your brushes, and push in that glue in the eyebrow. Next, while your eyebrows are drying, you're going to want to use a primer. And primers are good because they help kind of set your face, and then your foundation and everything will glide over it a lot easier. I'm using a e.l.f. primer. It's $3, and it's called Poreless Face Primer. But they have a bunch of different ones, like for all types of skin. I like to use primer because it's a great setting for your foundation. Now, while your eyebrows are drying, you're going to want to put on your concealer. I usually put concealer on under my eyes, on my nose, forehead, and my beard area before I put on my foundation. This is called Cover Everything Concealer from e.l.f. It has like a yellow tint to it. I don't know if you can see that, but yes, e.l.f. And just take a flat brush like this. This is a drugstore brush. Get in there, and then you can just apply it liberally. I think that's a word. Okay, now we're going to take our foundation, which this is an NYC, actually concealer stick. If you don't want to spend like $20 on a big foundation stick, which will last you a while, but if you are thriftier, then you can buy these. These are under $2, and you can get usually like 2 to 3 faces out of them. They're sticks about this big. I cut them, and then I'll mash them up, and then put them on my face. So it kind of gives you the same, it will give you the same coverage. So I'm going to put mine on my little pro plate. It's cute. Oh. Then I'm going to mash it. Before you do that, just keep adding glue. I'll do things and then go back to my eyebrows. You keep adding glue just so they're for sure covered. And then check your Facebook if you want. I like to do that. Scroll. Yeah. So I'm going to take one of these sponges. I bought a pack of sponges for 88 cents at the Walmart. I'm going to mash that little foundation into my plate and then apply it to my face. Alright, so I think I have good coverage. I know right now I look like Voldemort, that's okay. Like I said, I'm pale. I went ahead and I made sure to blend the paler foundation into the yellowy concealer as well, just to make sure everything's kind of even. And then you're going to check your eyebrows. And again, this is for newer drag queens or people who don't want to spend that much money. You know, if you're going to do this as a career, then it's probably good to spend, you know, more money on your products, but I don't think there's anything wrong with playing around with inexpensive makeup. So, we're going to go ahead. My eyebrows are drier, like they're pretty dry, not sticky, and I'm going to go ahead and cover them with that foundation. My skin looks really pale right now, but I'm going to add contouring and darker powder to it to darken it up, so it's not he who shall not be named or whatever. So that's pretty good. They're pretty much gone. Also, make sure you focus a lot of your foundation on the beard area. That's where you're going to need most of that little concealer stick that I showed you. You're going to need the most right there. Now that we have all of that covered, we're going to go in. This is a Covergirl True Blend Fix Stick. I have a lisp, so it's hard for me to say that, but Fix Stick. And it's a brown color, like so. And we're going to go in and create our shadows or contouring with this little tiny pen. It's really cool. So I'm going to take it over here. Go right where, underneath your cheekbone, where you want your cheekbone to be. Then your jaw. I don't really have a very masculine jaw, so I can get away with not adding too much down here, but I still like to blend it out. Alright, you can take some of that concealer that we used earlier and bring it underneath here as well, underneath your contour, so that you can have a clear, defined line. Alright, so we have blended everything out, the contour and the concealer, everything that we needed to do for our face. And so now we're going to go in with setting powder. You know, I still look a little pale, so I got a darker powder so that it'll kind of even out. This is a Covergirl powder. You can buy, I believe it's like about $4 or so. But you're just going to go in with your big powder puff and just cover your whole face. Like so. You want to slam that powder puff into your face. That is why it's called beating your face. Fun fact. Now you're going to use a big brush, big powder brush, and brush all of that excess powder off. Which feels really fun. I love it. Okay. Then we're going to go back with our foundation that we had crushed up and apply a little bit more on our eyebrows, so another layer of foundation. I do this even when I'm not doing inexpensive makeup. I do this I really don't want at the end of the night my eyebrows to pop out, so I usually do a few layers of foundation and powder. Not too many because it can get like kind of cakey, but maybe one or two. And then just go in with powder again and press that into your eyebrows. Yay, it's gone. And then brush off the powder. Like so. Now, the next step I do is highlighting. I actually bought Johnson's Baby Powder, $1. And I also have a yellowy kind of banana looking powder that they have at Walmart. It's called Sheer Envy, and it's by Hard Candy. They have it at Walmart. I'm gonna mix them together so that I can get a nice highlighting color. The Hard Candy is a yellowy kind of banana powder color, and banana powder is really expensive. It's great highlight, but you can find similar products for cheaper. Then you're gonna place your highlighting powder underneath your eyes. I'm using a dry sponge to do that. You can use powder puff or anything. Is it right underneath your eyes? I don't take it all the way up. A lot of dry creams go all the way up here. I try to avoid those kind of streak. It kind of looks like streaks if you do it that way. I don't like that really on my face because I have a round face anyway. So. And then just take a brush and you can dip it into your, just the white powder, the Johnson's baby powder, and just bring it down your nose. I like to do a white powder. Usually I'll use a super white, but that is expensive and this is inexpensive. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna go and darken in the areas that we did with the True Blend stick with darker powder. So I have here a e.l.f. contouring kit. Has a bunch of cool little colors. And I'm probably gonna use this brown one, and this darker one, and this lighter one. So, next I usually draw on my brows. I'm gonna go back in with this True Blend Fix stick, the brown, like the dark brown that we had. I'm gonna take a brush, another inexpensive, like dollar store brush or CVS brush, whatever you can find. I'm gonna go in on this Fix stick. Then I'm gonna create my eyebrows. Now I'm going to take that concealer, that e.l.f. yellowy concealer, kind of banana colored, that we used earlier, and I'm going to go underneath my brows and shape them, and also give color, like highlighting color, to where your fake brow bone would be. And I really pat it in there. If you drag it, you'll kind of disturb those hairs that you'd already glued down. You don't want that. Now, you're going to take one of your inexpensive brushes. You're going to go in that highlighting powder that you use, the mix of the baby powder and that yellow hard candy color, and go over that cream that you just placed underneath your eyebrow with that powder to set it. And then we have a New York palette. This is from Walmart as well. It's literally $2. It has bronze, different bronze colors, browns, things like that. I'm going to go in with a brown and create that eye shape again and blend it into that white that we just placed. Now I like to do a kind of faded ombre brow. How I achieve that is I will go in with that cream again, that e.l.f. like banana sheer cream. You see there? A small pointed brush, inexpensive brush, and I'll take that, a little bit of it, and at the beginning of my brow here, I'll fade it in, okay? Now you're going to take a kind of gold bronzer. There's one in this palette of brown that I have. You can find a gold or in bronzers, period, or highlight. So any type of like cheapy kind of inexpensive bronzer. I'm going to take that and mix it. I'm going to mix this bronzer with this gold. Brush it off and then apply it to that place that you just faded. Alrighty, so we finished our little ombre brow at the beginning. We're going to go back in and do some more. And I know I look crazy right now, but it'll all make sense later. It'll come together. Usually when you're doing your makeup, it'll look crazy, and then as soon as you blend everything at the end, magically you turn into, hopefully turn into some type of goddess, I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and do our black in our eye. We're going to today create kind of a smoky eye, a smoky open eye. We're going to use this Revlon, it's a pen, black type of marker, and then we're going to go in and blend with a Covergirl black. gonna go ahead and take that same Revlon, like, pen, marker thing, and now I'm gonna go in and create kind of an oval shape to right about here with this marker, lightly, like so. You're gonna carve out your eye. Now with a small, like, little blending brush, we'll actually use this one, small brush, we'll take it and put it into our black, like so, black powder, Covergirl black powder, and go in and feather out this black a little into that brown that we had set earlier in our eye. Now we're doing a bigger black kind of crease that fades out because I think newer drag queens sometimes have a harder time gluing down their eyebrows. And if you kind of put black up here, if your eyebrows do crack later when you're performing or it's, you know, sweaty or whatever, you just add more black on top. Alright. Now I'm going to go back through with my e.l.f. concealer, little yellowy color, and go back in underneath the eyebrow again. Now you're going to go in with a fluffy brush. You're going to go back through with that brown palette that you had of eyeshadow. And grab a little bit of browns. Mix them. I usually mix like the bronze with the brown and everything. And then go over where the black is so it can fade out. Now I'm going to take that cream again. That e.l.f. cream. Seems like we're using that a lot. And put it on my eyelid. And then you're going to go over that with that same mixture of powder, baby powder, and the yellowy hard candy powder. Just... Now you're going to take the same black pen and go underneath your eyes.
Now we have a NYC dual eyeliners. There's a brown and there's black. So I'm gonna take the black and do my waterline, which this takes a lot of practice because your eyes will water, you'll cry. It's weird because something's poking around your eye, but pull this down and then fill in that part.
Alrighty. Now we're gonna move on to our nose contour. You're gonna take your long, skinny brush. I believe this is I think a Target brush. And then we're gonna take our contour, their Maybelline contour, dab it in there, and then go over the part of your nose where you put the wet contour earlier. I blend it up into my eyebrows, like so. And I don't do too heavy, because you can add more. If you go lightly first, you can then add more, but if you add more and mess up, then it's hard to reverse that, you know? Give that pinched little tiny lady nose. And then I'll go in with a little brush, little CVS brush, grab some of that white baby powder and place it back over that line. So you can just have that sit there for a while you're doing other things. Now we're gonna go back up to our eyebrows. I'm going to go ahead and take an angled brush, perfect little angle brush, wet it. I like to wet it with my spit. Sorry about it. And then go in again with those browns. And take a darker brown here. It's darker, like kind of almost black. And I'm gonna do the tips of my eyebrow. That'll create that ombre look. You're gonna go in with that, I'm gonna go in with that gold again. Same brush, I just brush it off on a towel. Go in and fill in that gold in the beginning. That bronzery color, like that. Now we're gonna move on to lips. On that dual pencil that we bought today at Walmart, we have the black that I did on the waterline, and we're gonna take this brown that they have to do the outline of your lips. It's a very faint brown, it's not very heavy or anything. And then if you can, just fade that brown, that light brown, into your lip. Then go back in with your skinny pencil. Not pencil, sorry, brush. Go with your skinny brush. I'm gonna wet mine a little bit. I'm going to take, again, that brown, simple brown that we had here, the light brown, and then go over the pencil. Blush is my favorite part of makeup because you get to kind of bring the life back into your face after you put in all these browns and everything. It's fun to add a little bit more color, so your face will look more alive. This is NYX, which you can get at Target or Walmart, and this is an orange color. It's called Hot Orange. I like orange blush just for my skin tone, but pinks or anything like a red is a good blush as well. So I'm going to go ahead and dip it in here and do. Next, I'm going to take this little angle brush that we used earlier, dust it off on a towel, bring in that e.l.f. concealer to go over your brow. So now we're going to add lip color. This is a Maybelline, kind of fairly inexpensive, like a MAC lipstick or a like lip tar, anything like that. Those are kind of expensive, but this is a Maybelline. It's relatively cheap and a hot pink. So I'm just gonna place that on the lip. Like so. As you can see, I already placed my lashes on when I was fine-tuning everything. And I made sure to add mascara, e.l.f. mascara, about $2, so that you don't see those little eyelashes caked with makeup underneath my big eyelashes. And last but not least, just go in and darken up your contour a little if you can. I'm gonna use my little Maybelline palette. Darkening that really good. Alright, and I think I am all done. I'm gonna go put on a wig and a dress and go from this to this. Oh, fancy. Well, this has been my video. I hope that you learned a lot, especially if you're a new drag queen or a crafty, thrifty drag queen like me. Follow me on social media at Selena T. West on Facebook and Selena T. West on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed my first video, and I will see you later. Bye!